Now, traffic officials have had their hands full since the early start of the morning at various traffic management operations across Gauteng. That's as thousands of holidaymakers and pilgrims begin streaming back into the province after the Easter long weekend. Our reporter, Patricia Visagie, is in Petroport, that's in the east of Pretoria, and joins us now for a sense of how things are faring. And yep, as expected, Patricia, of course, many people heading back in the direction to where you are. How's it looking, at least at this time of the day?
Well, certainly a lot of holidaymakers coming back from, of course, the various destinations. You would understand that in particular this time of the year, a large number of them are obviously coming back from the Limpopo province and Mpumalanga as well. And that's why this side of National Road would perhaps have larger traffic volumes. It's the same reality that we observed on Thursday when they were actually traveling in the opposite direction. So a large traffic operation that's taking place here, and that as well across the province, where traffic officials are obviously boots on the ground as they're there to make sure that law and order is enforced as people are traveling, as motorists are on the road. You'd know that there are a lot of elements that lead to a road carnage, accidents, and that's why it's so imperative for traffic officials to make sure that there's high visibility and they just to drive responsibly. I'm now joined by a family here. They've just come back to this side just to find out how was their trip, how was the journey.
On our side, the trip was perfect. We caught the traffic around Kranskop because we left early. So yeah, we paid it.
What is early?
Around 4.
So you've now.
Yes.
And well, how was the Easter weekend?
It was perfect, spending time with family. It was mwah.
And on the road, obviously we focus on, the experiences on the road. How was your experience on the road? And did you have any concerning encounters?
No, we didn't.
So it was a smooth travel for you. Are you satisfied with police visibility and support?
We're satisfied.
All right, Thank you so much. Now we are joined by Mr. Silo Maremani, of course, the Gauteng traffic officials spokesperson. Thank you so much. Just tell us about the operation that's taking place and how do things look currently as a lot of holidaymakers are making it back to the Gauteng province.
Thank you very much for the opportunity, Patricia. Our traffic volumes have really increased, specifically on this road. I have just seen that for the past 5 minutes or so, 2,200 vehicles are passing through Carousel Toll Plaza per hour, which is an indication that this road has become very, 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 very busy now. And thus we are appealing to our road users to really be patient and exercise care. In other routes such as your N1 Bloemfontein, your major arterial routes that feeds our province, everything is still going well. It's just that our traffic volumes have started to increase substantially.
Any elements to worry about? Have there been any accidents since this morning?
Not that I'm aware of. Since this morning, we have not yet recorded any crashes or so. We hope that the situation will remain the same. Hence, we are seeing law enforcement operations. We've got a number of law enforcement operations to try and arrest the situation. So far, so good for this morning.
Human error remains a huge, in particular reckless driving, not obeying, traffic laws, but most importantly, drinking and driving. How rife were these elements over the Easter weekend?
That's correct. We've got a few things that we need to rectify, especially things that are attributed to the human conduct, things such as unsafe overtaking, overspeeding, unsafe lane changings. Those are the type of things that at all costs. But we, as Gauteng Traffic Police, together with other law enforcement officials, we are on top of the situation just to ensure that lawbreakers are really, really apprehended. We have just arrested a person just Saturday morning, in the morning, or towards the N4 Emalahleni. The person was doing over 200 kilometers per hour, driving a red Mercedes. Now, those are the type of things that will really cause people to lose life. And we are saying to our people, let us make sure that we maintain safe following distance. Let's use the public roads responsibly so.
Just lastly, to those who might not be on the road yet and are still planning to get into their vehicles and hit our busy roads, what's your message to them? What's your warning?
those who are about to hit the road, let them ensure that their vehicles are roadworthy before they undertake any trip. You know, you do your basic pre-trip inspection, you check whether direction indicators are working, windscreen wipers. If they feel like tired, they can rest a little bit. This road has become very, very busy. Specifically here where we are standing now, Patricia, you know, it's heavily congested. I advise motorists not to stop Petroport direction south before just after Valmazal, because it's heavily backed up. Let's all ensure that we arrive alive safely, so we will keep on informing them how the road is looking.
I just have another question. Normally with operations like this, it's not just about traffic control. There are also criminal elements that traffic officials look out for. Have you encountered any such that's not really related to traffic control? Often we see people, being found who are obviously engaging in unlawful activity. Has there been any such, and are you looking out for such?
Definitely so. We have got undercover law enforcement operations which are aimed at keeping any criminal activities. Just as an example, unfortunately, yesterday night, N4 towards Pretoria, just Dongerhoek Traffic Control Center, there were people trying to mark one of our motorists, and these people, they happen to stab such a person. So we are appealing to our motorists out there. There are people who are putting hard objects such as rocks on the road with the aim of robbing our motorists. We are saying to our motorists, they really and that's why we encourage them to drive within the prescribed speed limit, so that when something happens, they should really be able to avoid it. Because, of course, you cannot expect law enforcement officials to be at each and every corner, but we try our level best. So there are various criminal activities that we are fighting against, and we are appealing to our people at large to really report any criminal activities that might happen to our offices. Especially
your secluded off-ramps where it's on the outskirts. I mean, this morning was an incident in Cullinan where somebody was allegedly attacked when they were obviously driving late at night there. So just your appeal on the a rise in spiking incidents that we see.
That's correct. Let me tell you, this incident of spiking do happen in the presence of other people. For example, a motorist could be following another vehicle and they see that something amiss is happening. These are the type of criminal elements that we would want to encourage our people to report to the SABC, to the likes of ourselves, so that we really clamped on these issues. But let me tell you, I am assuring you that as Gauteng Traffic Police, we are having undercover operation to try and curb such illegal activities. They cannot be tolerated. We cannot have people, taking the law into their own hands, marking our people. That's just
all right, thank you so much there, Mr. Silo Maremane. He is the Gauteng Traffic official spokesperson here at Petroport in Pretoria. Just bring us up to speed in terms of what are the operations that are taking place as thousands of pilgrims, holidaymakers are making their way back into Gauteng. Of course, that means there's a lot of activity taking place. We know that over 28,000 traffic officials are on the ground nationally at various intersections, at various road traffic management operations, trying to manage the ground and just trying to appeal to the consciousness of drivers to do the right thing, arrive alive, and make sure that if they're tired, if you're feeling fatigued, take the necessary stops just to rest, and just respecting other fellow road users as you're embarking on your different journeys. Of course, we've heard from the RTMC saying that this Easter weekend until probably you have over 1 million road users that are making their way from point A to B, as a lot of South Africans obviously traveled this past Easter weekend for their various holiday reasons. But here at Petroport, we expect the traffic volumes to increase substantially. It is a midday, and a lot of road users, a lot of holidaymakers are expected to start streaming in. So we'll bring you more updates later in the day as to how things are unfolding here. It's back to studio.
All right, Patricia Visagie, thanks very much indeed. Patricia's live to us there from Pretoria in Gauteng, getting us a sense of the situation there.